Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Pocket. In today's video, I wanted to talk about shop tickets. It's something that I still see on a regular basis in the comments and also on Discord. So I wanted to just make a video going through everything to do with shop tickets and what you should be spending them on, and the one key thing that you really want to avoid wasting your shop tickets on. Okay, so firstly, with shop tickets, what is our monthly income? Because we have monthly resets in the shop, which we'll talk about in a sec, but our daily income is essentially you can get 5 shop tickets from people either liking your collection or giving you thanks through Wonder Pick or giving you thanks through battling. So you want to get 5 daily through that. Then you can get 1 extra 1 daily through the shop itself when the shop pack refreshes that gives you 1. So you're getting 6 per day. Average that out to a 30-day month, you're looking at 180 per month. Now, sometimes in the Wonder Pick events, we can get additional shop tickets as well. Also, if we have the other battling events and stuff like that, where you get shop tickets for doing missions, also in just the standard solo, you can get extra shop tickets there as well. So your regular guaranteed income on a daily basis is 180, but you can get maybe another 20 to 40 averaged out monthly with all the other things in the event, which once again, it's not a perfect number, but you will be getting extras every month from events and stuff like that. Also, if we get a new big set, we might get even more new solo missions, which could give us even more as well. So keep in mind, they might come in bursts on top of that. So 180 plus per month. Now, what can we buy with them? The main thing is going to be hourglasses. Before we touch on the hourglasses and which ones you should be buying and all that sort of stuff, the first one is the special shop tickets. This thing is the one thing I would completely avoid spending your shop tickets on. And the reason for that is, yes, you can get these cosmetics, but you can still get these cosmetics without having to do that. It will take you a bit longer, but when we look at what these actually cost, which is 300, which is essentially like, I think it's about 7 or so packs worth of shop tickets, which is just not worth it in the value. Because think about it, not only are you getting those packs, which gives you a chance to get rare cards, it also gets you extra pack points as well, which allows you to buy specific cards that you are missing. That is just talking on it purely on this. We'll talk about Wonder Hourglasses in a minute. And so the other way you can actually go ahead and get those shop tickets is if you get dupes of the 1-stars. Now, once again, you're not going to be swimming in these. It is a bit of RNG, especially as a free-to-play player, because you're not going to get too many. If we look at my account and we take a look, you can see that I had 4 of the Lapras and I've got 3 of the Eevee and 3 of the Snorlax. So that would be, because you got to have at least 2 of them, so you got to go above that. So that would be 4 extras that I had that I could actually sell, because when you go over here and you go to obtain Flare, you can actually sell these guys for these. Now, this is something I would never do personally anyway, because I'd rather save these to find out how trading works and everything like that. But just know, like, with those extra 7 or so packs that you would get with that same currency that you spent on those, you could actually get these instead, which to me, these are more valuable if you don't have them yet. And then if you're pulling dupes, it's okay. But once again, it's very low chance that 7 packs will give me a dupe that I can exchange for a ticket. But it is just another way that you can get it. And I don't think the aesthetic of the board or something is worth it when you can still get it over time. It doesn't go away and you can get these tickets from another way. So that is the one thing. But once again, if you're impatient, you just really want to do that, like, go nuts. It's not the end of the world. None of these decisions are going to ruin your account as such. But just note, I would not be buying those over there. Now, the next thing is these binders. I went ahead and exchanged these in soft launch before we had all the rest of the stuff. So, I think they're cool, so you can exchange these. Once again, it's kind of like this. I think these were around 15 each. Don't quote me on the cost. They weren't overly expensive, so obviously you are missing out on summons for an aesthetic, but it's just not as expensive as this, because when you consider this, you're doing 300 for 1 special shop ticket, and you need, 12, 26, like... Dude, you're just going to be burning so many packs that you could have otherwise had, which would really suck. These ones, once again, I picked them up before we even had the monthly refresh, so it is what it is. And then obviously you want to pick up at least your 2 copies of every one of your item cards. If you want to get flares, go for it, go nuts if you want to. But let's jump back and talk about these. Now, as I mentioned, our monthly income is 180. So for that, you're going to be able to buy out, 10 of these bad boys, essentially, if you want them. Now, when we talk about pack hourglasses versus Wonder Hourglasses, for me personally, I like to hold a stockpile of my shop tickets. The reason being is, especially if you're at the stage where you are now saving your hourglasses like I am, I've got 206 saved, I'm not using them on anything, I'm not desperate to go ahead and exchange them, and I don't really have a need for many Wonder Hourglasses either. However, Wonder Hourglasses are the kind of thing where they're not really great until you absolutely need them and you don't have them. So that is why I like to stockpile some of my shop tickets, so that, let's say there's a God pack pop up in here, or, you know, an EX that I need. Now, for me personally, I only need 2 more 3 diamond cards from the entire set to get my Mew. So like, there's nothing I'm really chasing, but, you know, I think I need like 1 more Venusaur EX for a playset and stuff like that, which I need Blastoise EX as well, which I think I went for, but it's already expired. But yeah, there's a few things I need. So the thing with Wonder Hourglasses is, they're great when you are targeting specific things. Like when you're sort of halfway through a pack and you just want to build things, that's when the Wonder Hourglasses get their value, because if they keep popping up, you can keep trying to get that specific card you want. But then as you get towards the very tail end of a set and, you know, you don't really need anything of value, like desperately, then they drop off. I was actually doing trying to mathematically work out, like, you know, the odds of getting a specific EX card that you want from a Wonder Pick versus the chance of getting an EX from packs and stuff. I'm like, it's just too complicated, because there's no need to do that kind of math. It's simply, if you don't have enough Wonder Hourglasses because a bunch of things you need have popped up, then that is when it is worth exchanging for Wonder Hourglasses. Besides that, I always go for the pack Hourglasses. I just think they're more valuable in general. But like I said, if there is something you need, if you've ever been in that situation, which I've been in twice, where there's a good Wonder Pick and I have no Wonder Hourglasses, it is the worst feeling. So that is why I do like keeping a little stockpile of like anywhere from 30 to 50 of the shop tickets, just in case I can go ahead and pick up a couple of Wonder Hourglasses that I need. Besides that, I definitely think focusing in on the pack Hourglasses is the way to go, because packs are just way higher value in general. You're also getting pack points. Pack points then allow you to target specific cards that you're missing anyway. There's just all that tied to it. Now, if you're someone doing, there's a tricky method that I saw Bropenings covering as well. The guys in my Discord are doing it as well. If you want to jump into the Discord and have a look at hunting the Wonder Picks, it's crazy. You can basically, they found out a way where you could guarantee that a God pack will show up if you get that person to add you as a friend, but it's an absolute nightmare because the friend lists are always full. It's a thing you can do, but it takes way too much time. It's too much effort. Like I said, Bropenings did one video with Casino, which I'll leave in the description if you want to look deeper into that stuff, or you can join the Discord. But you know, that's a very time intensive thing that I'm not willing to do. I tried for a bit, but it's not really worth it. But just note, there is a thing where you can kind of like almost guarantee God packs by adding specific players, but their lists are already full. It's a nightmare in general. But like I said, pack Hourglasses is the priority, but stockpile a few just in case there is that situation where you run out of Wonder Hourglasses. Say you see like a card you need, then a God pack, and then another card you need, and you're like, oh dude, I've spent everything and I'm out. So that is what I like to focus on. So now there's one thing left, and that is to talk about the Hourglasses, the permanent ones versus the monthly refreshes. Just note that the monthly refreshes are 50% more expensive. For instance, I've already bought all these out because I played since soft launch and, you know, churned out everything. But these ones were costing 12 for the 6, whereas these ones cost 18 for the 6. These ones are 2 for a single. These ones are 3 for a single. That is the difference between them. And which ones should you be prioritizing? Now, I've seen a lot of people get passionate about, you know, you should be buying the monthly ones first, so that if we get excess shop tickets, you can buy out all of the monthlies, and then your excess can buy these ones. I completely agree with that. I think that is perfectly valid. However, if you've just got desperate and seen these ones are cheaper and bought them out and gone, ooh, I'm done, it doesn't really matter. It's not the end of the world. But once again, if you haven't bought them out, then yeah, I think it's a great strategy to just buy these ones first, being the monthlies, and then let's say you're only targeting, you like say that month you don't need any Wonder Hourglasses, so you just buy all of the pack Hourglasses. You spend 180 on these ones, you spend 30 on these ones, you've spent 210. Say it's a month where we got a couple good events which gave us some really good shop ticket income. Then you spill your excess over into these ones, and then you're pretty much good to go. Now, once again, they could add more stuff to the shop in the future, which means maybe you've wasted a few, but at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal. Once again, you can focus on pack Hourglasses unless you need Wonder Hourglasses, and then jump over, start with the monthlies, and then jump over and use your excess spill over here and buy these ones. And you won't buy them completely out in 1 month, but then the next month you can buy out all these, which will refresh again, and then use your spillover over here. And eventually you will get all these ones, and then it will become, once you're like me, monthly, you're just buying out all of, like I'm pretty much buying out the pack hourglasses, and then if I have any excess, I'm getting the 1 day hourglasses again. And once again, that does require you to be very active in the game, getting your 5 thanks every day and getting 1 from the shop ticket. So some people may miss a day, even I've missed a couple days. So at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. But once again, the one thing I would really steer clear of over here is the special shop ticket, because I just don't see the value in it. But if you're really desperate to get those aesthetics, I don't know. I just think it's just way too expensive. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.